All right, day 71 of TitanX. And tonight the background music is Mysterious Drum and Bass from No Copyright Background Music. Link in the description. None of this today is financial advice. I am far from being a financial advisor, further than you can imagine. I am only documenting my journey in crypto, DeFi, and specifically TitanX today. So where are we? Where are we indeed? Let's zoom back a bit. So I've been mining since day 33 in TitanX, and we have just today had two different miners finish. So if we take a look at end day, it's not finished. I thought it was finished. Hold on. Is it not finished? All right. It is now finished. I thought it was finished, and it didn't until I refreshed. It didn't actually move over into the right pile. So claimable miners. So today's miner is, I created this miner on December 3rd, which was the first day I got into TitanX. Some of you may know that I had seen TitanX weeks before that. In fact, I probably saw an advertisement for it or a tweet probably the first week of the project, maybe even a day before the project launched. And at that time, I was in a couple, 3 or 4 different DeFi projects. Only one of them was going okay, and the rest were not doing well. And I just didn't want to get in. I didn't want to even look at something else because I just felt like, oh, that's not going to be any good. Well, TitanX has turned out to be pretty decent, actually. So back to the miner that we're going to be claiming. 34 days. The T rank on this one, 92,000. So 92,000. The T rank right now, if you create a new miner, you are at 243,000. Let's just adjust this just a hair. So right now the T rank is 243,000. Come a long way in just 37 days. Yeah, 37. So super easy to claim this miner, but first we're just going to look at it. The start date was December 3rd. It ended today. I did a full power on this one. Man, I wish I'd have done a lot more full powers, but I wanted to kind of mitigate my risk and spread the mining out on what they call a ladder. Meaning, if you have $1,000 budget, you could just do 2 100 power miners and then maybe a 50, or you could instead just do a bunch of smaller ones. So I did quite a few smaller ones, 33 per power miners and 25s and that type of thing. But off to collect this one. The estimated TitanX will be 251 million, and the T rank bonus is amazing. This is the reason that the miners are so profitable, depending on how low your T rank is and how many people come in after you creating new miners. So if only I'd have known, right? If only you could go back. If I could go back in time, like the song by Cher. And this cost me 0.2056 Ethereum. And the total amount, if you add up this estimated TitanX and the T rank bonus, the total miner value is about $1,700, $1,700, with a return on investment of 279. So, 0.2 Ethereum, let's just call it $400, might be 450. And we're turning that into 1,700. So the economic energy plus waiting, number of days, plus many people coming in after you, has really made this a fairly profitable miner. So the amount, whatever you click share, this just gives you a pop-up. You can copy paste and drop it onto Twitter or show your friends as you're telling them about it. So we are going to do a claim. And I am using the MEV blocker network. Now the reason we're doing this is because, number one, it's a little bit cheaper gas whenever you do this. And it's just a good, I found it to be much better if you're buying or selling, due to it blocking the MEV bots that are out there everywhere. And they're especially watching projects where there are larger buys and sells, which are quite a few large buys and sells. In fact, every 8 minutes, there is like a $7,000 or a 3.3 Ethereum buy and burn in TitanX. So let's just do this claim. And while that is claiming, we can go back over to active miners and just take kind of a quick look here at what we got. So the next miner that is coming up, gotta wait till the 15th. And remember I said previously that I had kind of for risk mitigation or something along those lines, I decided to split up and do a lot of 50 powers. Now looking back, that's not so bad, right? It seems like it's going to work out fine. And the next one that's coming up will be on January 15th. I got one on January 16th, and I got one on the 17th. Then I got a small one on the 20th, only 22 power. So what that means is, 100 power. If you look up here, let's say that we did I'm not doing any shorter than 90-day miners at this point, just based on the ROIs, numbers, and such. So a 90-day miner at 100 power is costing 0.2115 ETH. The amount of Ethereum goes up every day. So the amount of Ethereum for any miner power increases every 24 hours, every contract day. Which, as I said, we're on day 71. And so today, it's about $475 to start a 100 power miner. And the estimated market value of the amount of TitanX that you could collect at the end of that mine would be $1,400. Almost a 200% ROI, 90 days. Is it guaranteed? No, nothing is guaranteed, right? The price could tank. On the other hand, the price could moon. So that's just the way that is in DeFi and crypto in general. Okay, let's take a look over here at the ended miners. So just do another refresh here. And the ended miners, it's actually working. Doesn't seem like it's working. Okay, so we ended this 100 power one. And the final numbers are 251,771,000 TitanX. And the T rank bonus 430 million. So the total 684. That's a lot of TitanX there. Now my strategy. My current strategy, if I look at my active miners here, I have currently 56 miners, and they are going anywhere from I'll be able to claim a bunch of them this month, and then I'll be able to claim some in February, all the way down to September. So September 9th, I did a 77 power for 280 days, which 280 days is a maximum. So assuming that the price of TitanX is the same on September 9th as it is today, that 0.15 Ethereum, which we'll do some quick math in our head, 0.15 and of Ethereum. So if a 0.2 is like 450, then a 0.15 is what, 375 maybe, 370, 375. Ethereum turns into $375 turns into about a 3,700 value of TitanX. Well, that's 10x, right? That's 10x. So we'll see how TitanX price does. Could go up, could go down. We don't know until we get there. When we slide over to stakes, so I have created a couple stakes. I want to almost call these test stakes, right? Because what I had done here is I had just dropped them into long-term miners, 3,500 days. That's a little less than 10 years. And each time that I collected miners, I was just dropping kind of a small amount in there, maybe 10%, maybe 20% into a couple different stakes. And right now I have got 226 million TitanX staked, which is about, what, 1 million shares, and the value of that is $579. So you can read all about how the staking works. You can stake a small amount. You can stake. Look, I've got 992 million in the wallet right now. I've almost got $1 billion in there, right? So we can actually do something with this. Let's use one of the calculators here. Calculator. So staking. So if I were to stake 992 million TitanX for the maximum days, 3,500, then I would get 181 shares. Sorry, the share rate is 181, and then I would get 5 million shares. The percentage of the global active shares, I would be 0.022%, not 2%, 0.022%, pretty low. So the TitanX value, a little less than $1 billion. We're talking about $2,500. The next 8-day payout, I would get $147. And I'll show you about the payouts in a minute. The next 28-day payout would be $519. The next 90-day payout, $1,145. So you might think, that's not too bad, especially considering you look at the payouts, like the actual dates. So we are on day 71 right now, right? And this 8-day payout cycle and all the cycles, they repeat. So day 1 is day 1 of the project, or day 1 of the contract. Day 8 is the first 8-day payout cycle. Day 16 is the second 8-day payout cycle. Day 24 is the third day. So let's pull out our math skills here. Day 71 would be almost, so 72 would be 9 times 8. So one more day and there'll be a payout. So I've already got some stakes in here, right? If I were to stake any or all of my TitanX, this would increase. Well, here's what would happen. The number of shares would increase, but who knows if I would get diluted. More people, for sure, more people are going to stake, right? So I think my strategy is going to keep the liquid TitanX for now, and I'm not going to stake any more right now. We'll see how things go, right? I'm going to see how these next couple payout cycles go. The next 28-day payout cycle, so there was already one payout cycle on day 28, a second payout cycle on day 56. Now there's a third payout cycle on day 84. So on day 84, which is in 13 days, I'll get 119, well, as of today, I would get $119. I imagine that's probably going to be lower in Ethereum because more people will be staking. Let's go up to day 90, right? Day 90 is 19 days from today. It's sizable. I mean, it's $262 in there. It's pretty nice. The next one's a lot further away. I mean, 369 days. That's like, it's more than a year, right? There's a fairly decent amount in there waiting for me at 262. We get way down here to the last one, 888-day payout cycle. Well, that's pretty interesting. I think this is interesting because there's $2 million in here. So out of all the people who are staking, there's a lot of people staking way past 888 days, way past it. So that's pretty interesting. My strategy right now is going to be, as I claim, as I go through here and do these claims, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 more miners to claim in January. As I'm thinking right now, I am going to sell 33% and pull that out of the project, right? Kind of take some of my Ethereum off the table in case anything happened. I don't want to completely lose out. So 33% I'll pull out. 33% I will sell and create new miners, probably pretty far out, 90 days plus. And 1/3 I will keep as liquid TitanX. The reason I'm going to do that is because there are projects launching soon. The first one is called Dragon X. That one's supposed to possibly launch this month, right? They say middle of the month, but I was just in the Telegram group, and Eric is one of the founders there, the core members, and he said, they're going to do the best they can, but they're not going to rush it. Security is of their utmost concerns there. So I'm following that one really closely. I mean, I'm right in there in the Telegram, watching how things are going and watching for the white paper that they say will launch about 7 days before they actually fully launch the protocol. So I'm going to scan that white paper, see what's in there, and almost no matter what, I'm going to participate on day one. Just, I won't go all in, right? I'm not going to burn all my TitanX on this thing that starts, but I will burn some of it, especially after I see how it works. But the key is, a lot of people are waiting to burn TitanX. Let's look at why. So statistics, right? So we got all the TitanX. The total supply, the total liquid supply is 1.2 trillion, right? We got millions, we got billions, we got trillion. So the total liquid, like the TitanX in my wallet, is 1.2 trillion. And that is 7.97%. So less than 8% of all TitanX is liquid. It's pretty low, honestly, pretty low. There's quite a bit of staked, right? So I don't have very much staked, but a lot of people do. So right now we got 30.51% of all the supply staked, 4.8 trillion. Got a bunch of penalties here. What's going on with penalties? What is this? So penalties, from what I understand, you can always look at the little tip there. So penalties are assessed when people do not claim their TitanX on time. Late miner claimers and stakes that are late-ended. So you can read the white paper. You can read the white paper about what that's all about. Just go to more and docs. And then you'll see how the percentages work there. Buy and burned. This is innovative. There's no other way to say it. This is a very innovative concept. I don't think it's the first time it's ever been done, but it's the first time it's been done right. So whenever a new miner is created, 62% of that Ethereum goes to buy and burn TitanX. So what is that all about, right? So we got version 1 and version 2. So right now version 1, so I don't know the whole story about version 1, but from what I understand, version 1 started with TitanX, right? Don't know how long it lasted, but something happened where they decided to create a brand new pool and make it be called the version 2. And then on this one, this is the one that's been active ever since I've been in the project on day 33. So the current cap per swap is 3.3 Ethereum. It's like $7,000 plus. Every 8 minutes, this buy and burn comes up and allows a community member to pop it. This is not an automatic 8-minute contract thing. This requires a person to get in here and hit the button. Now you probably can't see that. So I just hit the button, and what it says is wait for buy and burn to be ready in a few minutes. All right. So I have not done that one. I have done this one though. So this is kind of a smaller one. I don't know where this comes from. It's very small amounts though. It's usually hundreds of dollars, maybe 1,000, maybe 2,000 at most. So you can hit this one, and then you as an individual get the reward. Well, the gas to do this is like $5, $6, $8. So are you gonna do a buy and burn only and pay like $5 to $8 and only get $1, $2? I don't know. Some people do. So that's pretty interesting. The buy and burn is really what's keeping this project alive. It is what is making many new people come into the project and continue. There's something like 12,000 unique players in this game and 240,000 actual wallets. I don't know if I've got this set up where it's easy to see. So Mike Dean, if you don't know Mike Dean, you gotta go to learn about Mike Dean. Mike Dean is a very valuable community member, super friendly. He's got a YouTube channel, and what he's probably most famous for is his Dune Analytics. So I first learned about Dune Analytics when Zen launched back in October 2022. So all kinds of interesting things on Zen, number of wallets and number of days, how much was being burned by Zen NFTs, and just, thousands of things in there. So with Mike Dean is, he's a bit of a coder, a bit of a dev himself, and he has pulled all this information off the blockchain and put it into a nice, easy to digest format. I don't even look at most of these, but what I do look at is I look at the contract day. I look at the number of unique addresses, which right now 242,000. As I mentioned earlier, this was only 92,000 when I first got in, right? So we have come a long way. 12,716 unique users, and a total of about 45,000 Ethereum used. It's $100 million, somewhere around there. You can look at all kinds of stuff down here, tear it all apart. Look how the users' growth has continued. I think that's really good user growth, very healthy. Then the miners, people, you can watch someone else's YouTube for this one. People really go into depth about, the number of miners, how many were started, and how much Ethereum was used, how many tokens were minted, and all this type of thing. It's just incredible. The game theory and the analysis that people go through on this. Stop by some other people's channels. In fact, I'm actually going to go into a little bit of that right now. So YouTube knows everything, right? It knows what you want before you know yourself. So Stanabrizi, apparently he's been in crypto and DeFi for years now. And you just gotta listen to him. He's a really unique character. The way that he speaks, kind of his humor and his sarcasm in there. He's in a bunch of different projects. If he says, he's gonna talk about TitanX, he does, but he always brings up something else. It might be war and finance. It might be drip farmers or something like that, or BNB farmer. So he'll talk about some of the other projects a little bit too. Then we got Mike Dean. Remember, I already talked about Mike Dean and his Dune Analytics page. Well, he is often doing YouTubes also. He is really laid back, super simple to understand, extremely logical. He really knows his stuff. Then we got Joe Paris. So Joe Paris is a big YouTuber, right? I mean, he's got 400,000 followers. He's going over all types of different projects, from regular tokens and meme coins to DeFi to talking about the blue chips. So he is that kind of a crypto influencer, crypto leader. And right here, he's really bullish on TitanX. So you can watch this one. I haven't watched it. It's only 15 hours old, so I do need to watch it. All right, well, there's War and Finance. War and Finance, I didn't get in that one, but a guy named Moonshot Max, who I'm in his Telegram, he is one of the founding team on that, and it's doing really well. The TVL is doing well. I think that's a solid project, even though I don't know too much about it. And Crypto Pride. Well, Crypto Pride is awesome. So one thing that Crypto Pride does is give you kind of a latest tweets, right? Tweets from today. And it's all about TitanX, which I think it's awesome, not only because it's a nice kind of like a summary, but just like yesterday or the day before, one of my tweets was up there. So he actually pulled mine down. I thought that was awesome. So check out Crypto Pride also. It's really, really good stuff. So TitanX, who's this? Mike Dean, 20 hours ago. Mike Dean just did a 90-minute session on TitanX, and that thing is going to be filled, chock filled with good info. I think I've watched a little bit of this one. They're talking about how the hyper tokenomics is potentially changing. So as you may know, Hyper is going to be another protocol launched by the core team of TitanX, and it's going to be a burning protocol, right? And it seems like there's going to be two Hypers. Well, there's going to be like a version 1 and then a version that comes out later. Version 1 will burn TitanX, liquid TitanX. And then version 2 will burn stakes of TitanX. So that's the reason I'm not doing too many more stakes right now. I'm keeping my liquid Titan ready because I want to have liquid TitanX ready for Dragon X. There's just so many. There's 5 or 6 different projects I'm in, and all of them seem like they're going to need liquid TitanX as starts. So that's that one. Now we get the verse. The verse is really, really good. The verse, he does long, he does long vids, 45 minutes, hour and a half. He's really good. I mean, he's really well versed in crypto. He's got a solid approach. It's not all about the hype with him. He really kind of delves into it, gives his perspective. He has guests on, whether it's Jake, the founder of TitanX, or somebody like Crypto Kindness, Jeff. He's just, the verse is a good guy. You gotta go check him out. And speaking of Crypto Kindness, I'm laughing because I feel like I know him. I feel like I really know Jeff. And the reason is because I've been following Jeff since day one of Zen Crypto. Day one, that's October 2022. I was paying close attention to Zen Crypto a couple days before launch. I was up all night. I'm here in Singapore. They were supposed to launch at like midnight or 1 a.m. Singapore time. And it ended up being like an hour delayed because they were doing something with the contract and ensuring the page was up and all this type of thing. So I happened to get a really low C rank of Zen Crypto, 556. Well, that was good. I mean, because being early in Zen, it also gave you benefits, right? Everyone who came in after you in Zen helped helped you get more Zen, right? It wasn't as aggressive or as powerful as TitanX, though, because TitanX really cranked the dials on all those things. Do I have any more TitanX? Oh my goodness, who is this? I don't know the residual master. So the residual master, TitanX, 21 hours ago. I need to check that one out. Maybe I've only watched one of his before, but I do need to see that. All right, what else we got? A bunch of crypto here. More crypto. All right, that's enough. Okay, so that's about it. Longest TitanX video I've done. This one is how long? 28 minutes. I wonder if anybody's still watching. Well, if you are still watching, drop something in the comments. Say, I made it. We'll see if anybody drops this in there. I made it. And you are fantastic. Thank you for joining, and wish you all the best. If you have any questions about TitanX, feel free to ask in the comments. I'll probably direct you to the Telegram after trying to answer. It's a really friendly community. I think there's a lot of potential here with the way that they're building. It's just fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. It's one of the strongest DeFi projects I've ever been in. For certain, it's the strongest one I'm in right now. The most healthy, most sustainable. So take good care and enjoy your weekend.